Right, welcome back everybody. Sorry for the delay. We have had to restart the lobby and with it the race because of a glitch in the lobby that meant no one could leave or rejoin or, well, really do anything. Of course, game works brilliantly and is, if I remember correctly, a statement they made some time ago, esports ready.
Well, at least we can all agree on something.
Yes, we can. But we're back. The guys are all here, and it's a reprieve for some of those who had early mistakes and a chance for almost immediate redemption.
We're going to get going not far away from the old start time at 10 o'clock.
Well, that's true, actually. Yeah, we're going to be probably about 20 minutes behind where we would normally be.
Yeah.
So it's a good job it's dry all the way. People will be able to go flat out almost, and we'll be done in no time with the speed that these guys can fly around this circuit.
And just hope.
Well, that none of them crash and bring out a
safety cars.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Right. Oh, graphics are back. Ah, Milan. You better have a reason for being on mediums in P7 or you're getting disqualified, son. And Vaporizer had free choice being outside the top 10 anyway.
People changing up.
And I've put one person out of position, and I don't know who it was. Jensen, I think, in P9.
Oh dear.
But it's my bad.
This has gone well.
It has, hasn't it? It's, you know, it's it wouldn't be the start of a new season and a new game, would it, without some drama? To be honest, I made a cock up with the lobby. I might restart it again. No, I won't.
Choose one of them 3 spots we've got open. I'm sure the drivers would love that.
Nah. Yeah, so my bad everybody, it is the wrong grid. There is one person out of place and I believe it is Jensen. But we'll have to just plough on regardless. As such for my cock-up I shall let Milan off unless he wins. And then...
Yeah, it is definitely someone inside the top 10.
Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah, it's my cock-up, so I think it's fair that I'm a little bit lenient on that front. Especially with the lobby glitching out as well. Right, let's see. Ah, proper start this time. Here we go then, 5 lights. Glitch is still a thing, yes it is. Revs build. And away we go then for the second time in Australia. We've got graphics as well. This time Bolin gets a much better start, as does Thomas, challenging Yelt down into turn 1. Williams manages to hold off Joel there, behind him in 4th place and pushing forward. We've got a spinner, that's Herald in the Aston Martin. Coming out of turn 2 there, I wonder if he's had a tangle. Tom Robbo, though, brilliant start for him. Up 5 places off the first couple of corners. Bolin leading the way, though, from Yelt at the moment. Stinson has managed to clear Joel.
Emir has dropped down the grid, so I assume he's had some sort of accident.
I think you might be right. If you can see there at the bottom with Thomas's fuel graphic saying he's under fueled, that's not going to be an unusual sight this year. A lot of drivers will be able to save fuel. No changes to fuel mode, of course, to help them. So it's standard all the way.
Except under safety cars.
Yes, safety car you can put it into lean.
Under safety car.
So then Tom
Oh,
Robbo.
Bolin slides wide.
He doesn't. Yelp goes round the outside of the final corner. Can he make that stick?
That's a ballsy move from the McLaren.
It is. He's not had it all his own way, though, as Bolin will hold it through turn 1 and 2. Yelp thinks better of it. It's a long race, 29 laps around the Albert Park circuit here in Melbourne. And Emir has retired early on there. Fruit in the pits as well. He must have had an incident. I don't know if you spotted that, and I just did a Jordan.
I did not, but it is damage, and he has gone to the hard, so he'll be looking to now go all the way.
He'll be hoping for a safety car, I think, won't he, as well, at some point. Try and get himself back in the running. We've got a Merc round. That's Tom Robbo, after all his good work on the opening lap. He's gone at turn 5. So then, from being the big winner, he's back down to where he started, P15 for the Mercedes, which makes the new big winner, Vaporizer, up 7 places. Big loser then, Herald down 8 and Fruitful down 5. Emir, of course, having retired already. And it appears as though it's going to be a 2-horse race in this early stage. Thomas then in third, acting as a bit of a buffer, although he is within the DRS window of the car in front. That could be crucial as long as he can keep it through this third lap. Bolin then with the fastest lap early on, 1:23.7. Oh, Thomas, little twitchy there on the exit of turn 2. Stinson's going to challenge around the outside then into turn 4. Turn 3 even. Oh, cuts across Thomas there. Aggressive move from Stinson. But now he can go and try and chase down the leaders. And Joel is the next man to have a go at the Dutchman in P4. Vaporizer making his way past Dracer as well. On the exit of turn 5, and that's a Red Bull round. That's Noah. He's still running somehow. I don't know how the wheels are still on that Red Bull car, but he is still in the race.
No wing on the front of it.
No, definitely no wing on the front of it. Tom Robbo in the pits. He's gone to the hard tyre.
And again, the safety car remains. The VSC remains in.
Tom Robbo, of course, last season's EU2 champion, waltzed to victory in that championship last season. But we'll definitely not find it as simple this time around. Joel then has been overtaken by Milan and runs very wide on the exit of the final corner. As we can see there, Jasak is going to eye him up for a move, but crucially for Joel and the Red Bull team, he had DRS ahead. And we've got a spinner, that's Stinson. Stinson's made a mistake. He's gone at the exit of turn 2. That promotes Thomas back to third.
Was overtaking Thomas and then pushing too hard. He's now lost his wing for his troubles.
Certainly has. Guys doing well so far to keep themselves in the race. There will be, and I think that's one of the Aston Martins going at turn 2 as well. Meanwhile, though, out front, Yelp right on the back of Bolin now as we head down towards turns 11 and 12. Vaporizer, the first man on the naughty step in this rerun, and therefore the first EU1 driver to get that penalty of the year.
Officially.
Well, officially, yes. Unofficially, it was
Tom
Thomas.
Robbo, I think, has Schumachered.
He may have done. Although, matters not, so I think we're going to have a change of leader here. Yelp into overtake. DRS wide open. And he's going forward into turn one, late on the brakes against that Haas. Takes the position and will have, I believe... Oh, we've got a safety car. And that's for Raggy having binned it at turn 12.
Raggy.
And this brings the
Finally!
likes. This brings the Fruitfuls, the Noahs, the Tom Robbos, the Stinsons back into the race. It allows Thomas to bridge that 3-second gap he has to the leaders. The only people who are losing out as a result of this are Yelton Bolin.
And
They
finally
managed
the
to...
game has decided to work.
Well, to be fair, none of the accidents that we'd had up to that point were retirements. They were all damaged. They were all off the racing line as well. So I think a VSC maybe, but there was no need for a full safety car until now.
I believe I have found out who was out of position.
Oh, go on.
I believe it to be Milan.
If it was Milan, I will definitely let him off on the tyre front.
I think it was Milan, because as far as I'm aware, he was very low down because of his crash in the last lobby.
You might be right there, Mr. Blades.
Let me just go back and check again.
You do your thing and check it. I'm going to bring TAS up and have a look at how people are going. We've got some pit stoppers. We've got Jensen lead in the way for those stoppers. I would imagine medium tyres. No, hard tyres for the Alpha Tauri. J-Sack is in. He's gone to mediums, as has Joel and Vaporizer. The other man into the pits is Bursey J in the other Alpha Tauri, and he's going for mediums. And a new front wing as well. So fortunate for Bursey, he will drop down as a result of this, because he was held there in the box. For some reason, Codemasters don't believe that their pit crews can do stacked stops, so you need... myself and Wizard worked this out for our race on Tuesday. You need 22 seconds between you to be able to do a stack stop. Which, considering Mercedes managed to do the stack stop in China with, what was the Delta Blades, 3.3 between the drivers?
Yeah, I think so.
Roughly.
I'm just looking at the grid.
Yeah, so I'm trying to include you.
Yeah, no, I understand, but I feel it necessary to go and look at the grid.
So then, as we enter lap 6, coming around to finish that and gone to lap 7. Stand-ins are Yelp then having moved his way up from second place ahead of Bolin just before the safety car came out. Thomas has managed to hold third place after Stinson managed to get ahead but has given himself some damage. Milan up to P4 after a cock-up from me with the grid. And I am deeply sorry to anyone who's lost out as a result of that.
Milan was the one out of position, and then everyone behind was pushed one back.
Apart from Vaporizer, who ended up at the back.
Vaporizer and Raggy.
So, Dracer then in P5, Herald in P6, early spin for him, and he's managed to recover well. Jensen P7, Joel drops to P8, but he has made a stop. J-Sack, Vaporizer, and then outside the top 10, Fruit with an early accident, and now onto the hard tyre. I thought he might have come in for mediums, if I'm honest, but not so much. Tom Robber has cycled tyres, he's gone to a fresh set of mediums there. As has Stinson as well, I believe.
Very possibly, I will check. No, he's gone soft to hard to medium. So
Stinson or Tom Robber?
Yeah, Stinson.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's gone to a fresh set of mediums, and then Tom Robber onto another set of mediums as well. he's done the same. He's gone medium, hard, medium. So Tom Robbo now is good to the end, as is Stinson.
If
Actually,
they could make the tyres
P7 down
stretch.
is good to the end from here.
If they can make the tyres stretch, as I say.
Well, I think you can
It
from here.
shouldn't be too bad on this game, considering
No,
the softs go about 13 laps.
The problem you've got, though, of course, is that the speed these guys are going to have to drive at in order to keep themselves being competitive. It's going to mean that they're pushing those tyres to the limit. They've got no ABS. Most of them run with no traction control either. And that's going to be all about driver skill to keep those tyres in good working order. So Tom Robbo then, he's back in the pits. What set is he going for this time? He's going, and now he's gone softs.
Still there. Oh no, he's not. The game's just glitched.
Interesting that he's gone
This
for that.
could be.
So he could
this could be
two-stop
a
from
ploy
here then.
Could be a ploy from IFR and him and his teammate.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
I wouldn't think it was, because I don't think that works this year. But
I think the safety car will come in this lap regardless. He's not that far enough back to warrant going slowly enough. I think he's going to two-stop from here on soft tyres.
yeah, very possibly soft to soft. You can make it, obviously.
Well, he's got, after this lap, he's going to have, what, 11 to go? Or 21 to go, even. So if he did an 11 and a 10, or a 10 and an 11, that's easily doable on those tyres. Especially with the lighter fuel he'll have for starting later on in the race. Keep an eye on Tom Robbo then. He's going to be having to charge through the pack. Safety car is in this lap, so we'll jump back to our race leader as they take control of the pack. So what that safety car has done then is give us a very interesting looking group of cars, all on different tyre strategies at the moment. We've got guys who started the race on the soft tyre who are still on it. Same for some on the mediums. Then you've got guys who stopped early, stopped under the safety car. Guys who've stopped 4 times now. In Tom Robbo's case, I think it's 4 or 3. Sorry, 3, 4. 4 different tyre compounds as Yelp goes early, catches Bolin off guard. As we've got a spinner, and that's Dreiser. Dreiser has Schumachered it out of the final corner. Yelp, though, has held the lead, and Bolin is nowhere close, relatively speaking, coming off that restart. Milan, though, right on the back of Thomas.
that is going to be a slow, painful lap for Dreiser now with no front wing.
He's
dragging
going to need
the car around the track.
He will need another safety car to bring himself back into contention here, because he's going to lose the best part of... to be honest, he's going to lose the best part of a minute to the guys ahead of him. He's already lost 8 seconds or so. Pit stop will be another 30. And he's losing around 8 seconds a sector at the moment, so it's going to be disappointing for Andreas. Just realised I've got, 2 of my former teammates are in here. I just clocked then that Andreas and Joel are both here now. Yay!
Well done.
It's because I only pick champions.
No offence to Andreas, but well, it will be a champions drive if he can come back and get points.
Andreas won EU2, you know that, don't you? 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah. It's too long ago now. It's too late in the day.
We are running slightly behind schedule for anybody who's only just joining us thinking, why are they only on lap 10? We had a lobby restart and a complete restart of the grid, for which I made a mistake with the order, and it has promoted Milan about 10 places higher than he should have been.
8.
Is it 8?
Exact, to be very exact.
No, that's...
I am going to hold you to your cock up.
You're going to hold me... I get 1 a season, right? It's become a collector's item.
Everybody gets 1.
Everybody gets 1. No, I'm trying to think what the others were. So there was the forgetting the formation lap in Canada.
Oh, that was funny. I quite enjoyed that one.
There was the forget to unmute my mic audio for the 24-hour. Not 24-hour, for the 100%. Oh no, Tom Robert, the other Mercedes now! He's lost it.
I was going to say they're imitating Mercedes' greatest ever driver, but not at the final corner, unfortunately.
Tom Robert there. Has he got damage? Yeah, he has.
And he does come into the... So that's both Mercedes now having spin troubles.
Mercedes will want rid of this weekend, figuratively speaking, of course. So then, the penalties now, we've got 3 guys with them, so that's Bursey, J, Vaporizer and Thomas as well. As we see Milan putting his countrymen under pressure.
We'll have DRS coming out of the chicane. It's whether he's going to be close enough or not.
Yeah, wing damage at the moment. Joel with 3%, Bursey J with 13%. Everybody else in the clear. Tyre wear figures at the moment. Yelp doing a better job of looking after his than Bolin. And Milan not doing great on his, considering they're the medium compound.
And Thomas pulls into the pits.
Thomas is going early then.
Releases Milan. Bolin in as well.
Yeah, right then. So Bolin going for the undercut on Yelt. So the McLaren man, this is going to have to be his in lap. He's going to have to punch this.
Oh, Milan's gone.
Milan's lost it, turn 2.
Out of turn
Oh, and so's
2.
one of the Astons.
And that will be Harold.
Yeah, Harold as well.
So a spin for Milan, a spin for Harold, and all of a sudden, Milan's advantage has been wiped out.
Yes. Costly mistake for him in the Alpine. Let's jump back to our race leader then. NSX Yelt took the lead just before the safety car. Yeah, he's burning through his battery there. He's burned 20% on this lap already. This year, it's not difficult to burn it away, but to keep it off, I think he is doing, he's certainly indicative of him pushing hard. Let's have a look then at the gap to leader. Bolin is the man we're looking for, currently in P11. The average pit stop time is around 22 seconds. It's on the cusp.
He's just got past Harold as well.
Yeah.
So
into Vaporizer!
Vaporizer's out. Is that going to be a safety? It is.
It is, and this could be what Yelp needs.
What luck!
Yeah,
you have to say for Yelp.
It is lucky for Yelp, but it's his teammate that's out of the race. So not all sunshine and rainbows for McLaren.
But he has got away with that massively.
He has, and he's now managed to gain... he's not gained any positions on Bolin because the other drivers around him have pitted as well.
No,
Thomas just
yeah,
out behind Bolin.
You have to say. Bolin was looking increasingly likely to jump Yelp with that undercut.
I think he would have done, yeah. It's a powerful undercut that he had there. He was just to say on the cusp as Vaporizer retired.
And he was about to be released into fairly clean air. He just got past Harold.
So the men now I'm thinking about watching. Obviously you've got Yelt and Bolin, who are the net leaders, if you like. However, the four up front, Noah, Jasak, Joel, and particularly Jensen, do not have to stop again if they don't want to. They may have to as a result of their tyre degradation, tyre wear, etc. However, there is nothing in the rules saying that they must stop again. Just looking at Jensen's tyres there to see if we've got any signs of blistering. I can't see any. Let's jump
I was
down.
going to say something and I forgot, but Tom Robbo and Dracer's crashes. Lemmy says he can hear Toto banging on the table in the garage.
That is a sight I love every time it happens. Because I'm not at all biased.
Blaze is suggesting Crashgate. I don't think this early in the season.
No, neither do I. It's not particularly been helpful to him either in terms of track position and the drivers around him. Yes, it's kept him ahead of Bolin, but those ahead of him are not going to be easy to get past. Blaze, can you just have a look with me? Jump on board with Noah. I'm just thinking the right rear tyre on the inside edge. Is that a line of blisters appearing?
It looks to be, yeah. That's interesting.
So,
obviously, would be a new addition.
It is in the game. I've seen
really
it
seen
already.
I've seen flat spotting and
flat spot and blistering.
well, so.
It is on here, so I think that could be a line of it appearing. Looking at Noah's tyres, then. Well, I will do in a second on TAS. I just want to see if that particular tyre itself, because it's also where the shadow hits the edge of the sidewall as well. And it will depend on his camber angles and everything as to whether or not that's just the edge of the tyre or if it's actually what's going on. So Yelp then it would be his rear right tyre, which is actually in the best condition of the two rear tyres, so maybe not. No, it is. Definitely is. It's definitely appeared now. You can see it. Oh, you could see it rather. Those little flecks of rubber poking off the tyre.
Safety car. Is it coming in? I think
It is. Safety car is in. So we'll jump to Jensen then. Or Jensen even, sorry. I can't swap his names. Watch
is he
behind
going
us.
to pull off a...
He's going for the... He is. He's going for the Bottas, but he's gone slightly earlier, but went a bit heavy on the throttle. Lost the rear tyre slightly, and that's meant that the jump he would have had on Joel is not as big, although both of them together have pulled away from Jasak, who's had a sluggish restart. Joel squirming there out of turn 2. Looks like Jensen then on those hard tyres is pulling away. Bursey J has lost it coming out of turn 2 in the other AlphaTauri.
Please don't be another safety car. I can't take much more.
Oh, be quiet, man. I think we'll be good because it was on the restart and they've got a whole lap essentially to clear the car. So I think we'll be good.
It was like that on previous race days.
So Jensen then leads from Joel, Jasak, Noah. Those guys on the oldest tyres in the field, all 9 laps old. Then it's Yelt and Bolin, the net leaders before that safety car. They've pitted and come out behind those front 4. Thomas and Fruit, the 2 Williams. It'll be worth keeping an eye on those guys as we head into the second half of the race now. Prepare to see them move up the pack. And then the 2 Alpines as well in 9th and 10th place of Stinson and Milan.
I have to ask the question.
Yes.
Do you think Thomas will let Fruitful through?
For the
Given
benefit
that he has a penalty?
Oh, one of the Mercedes, the sole remaining Mercedes. Virtual safety car this time.
If you couldn't hear Toto before, you definitely can now, and that virtual's just turned into a full safety car.
I'm not surprised either. That's a lot of debris on the circuit.
First time we've seen it.
A
new feature for this year.
See, I know people have criticised the amount of safety cars that we've had at this particular round of races. There has been a lot of accidents in this week's races, and they all warrant full safety cars when they've been deployed. And it's something that we've been asking for from Codemasters for a long, long time, to have safety cars actually deployed when there is a realistic crash that would deploy one. Personally, I think it might be a little bit trigger happy. However, I can't see any other way to do it. I'm happy that they've actually done that for us, and they've given us the option to go for reduced if we want to. I know there is a debate over whether we are doing that in COS. At the moment, we're sticking with standard.
So, have to ask Limmy if Toto, if you could hear us banging on the table before, how loud is it now? Both of the Mercedes now out of the race.
I'm going to go with the table's
headset slam.
No, I think he's gone through the table. And he's now beating the floor with some poor munchkin from the garage holding a shower over his head. So he's doing it in torrential rain, just beating the floor like the Hulk or something. The table's gone through. Both cars are out. The mechanics are trying to pack up, and he's there doing something out of a scene from Stand By Me. So we've got 11 men then still in the race. At the moment, one man will be the unlucky one who doesn't get points. That's if we carry on at the moment as we are, if no one else is forced to retire before the end of the race.
Milan, interestingly, gone to soft, so he thinks he can make them last. I think he can make them last.
I would agree with you. Especially if the safety car stays out for another lap after this, definitely can.
It should do. I believe the safety car only picked them up this lap. So
Milan is on the back though, and we've had a lot of them, so it might come in this time round. Well, these two safety cars that we've had now back to back are hurting Yelt and Bolin's chances of winning the Grand Prix significantly, and improving those front four and their chances of being able to stay out without pitting again. We want to be careful though, particularly Jensen wants to be careful, otherwise he might end up going too far behind a safety car to make that choice of going to hard tyres a good call. It will be one we have to wait and see with, which I've no doubt everyone will have their opinion of it. Going to get one more lap under safety car conditions here.
As much as we rinse Joel for his crash in PSGL, it would be nice to see him do well.
Would, yes.
Obviously, first race in EU1 as a permanent driver.
It is, yeah.
He's been through the tiers. I believe he's racing every tier on the EU side as a permanent driver.
He's not raced in EU.
Oh, he didn't race in EU
permanently. No, he went from 3 straight to 1 this year. It was scheduled to be in EU2, but once we made the ABS rule official, a couple of guys dropped down. Joel came up just to sort that out, and I have to say he doesn't look out of place at the moment. There was some debate over whether he'd be able to stick it with the big boys straight away, or whether he'd need a couple of races to bed in. He seems to have got straight into it.
He does, however, have to make those mediums go for another 11 laps more, 12 maybe.
Well,
depending on when this safety car comes in, which should be at the end of this lap.
It'll be,
we hope,
12 including the one we're on. So, yeah, safety car coming in.
Praise the Lord.
Joel is racing at the moment with wing damage as well, so we can bear that in mind towards the end here.
Do you think he'll know about the wing damage?
It's only 3%, so probably not.
He's missing one of those. One of those little flaps on the front of the wing.
Turning vane, it doesn't really make a difference.
He probably won't be able to notice it with his driving.
You say that. I've known people complain about less wing damage and actually feel it. So
Jensen's backed off the safety car a bit more for this restart.
Well, I think he has. You know, he's not gone yet. Now he has. And he's caught Joel out this time. And Harold's lost it out of the final corner, I think. Or he's hit somebody because his front wing's gone.
Bit of understeer for Joel there, coming out of turn 1.
And Yelp going for the move on the inside of Jasak, who's trying to defend from Noah as well.
We are 2 by 2 in the mid-pack.
We are. Jasak holds off Noah. Milan up to P5 off that restart.
P4 now.
Yeah, he's through past Noah. Milan charging through the field.
What a win this could be.
Oh, don't do that. He'll have you if the commentator's curse strikes. Harold then
I'm not
has
nailed.
had... Harold has had an accident. Milan then down the inside of Jasak into turn 10 now. As Yelp goes past Noah, trying to push through as well. He'll be hoping that those soft tyres will go off before the end and he can try and catch up to Milan. But it is the Alpine blazing a path through these early stoppers.
That's 8 positions off the restart now for Milan.
Harold then with no front wing at all after that restart, had an accident before he crossed the line, as here goes Milan on Joel. Squeezes Joel there.
To defend with.
Squeezes him.
To defend with. Stinson in as well. If that's for a wing change, I think we know where that accident happened.
Well, Stinson got his wing damage afterwards, after Harold got his. It was some way around the lap, which is why he was still on the back of the pack. As Harold does retire. So everybody now, as long as they get to lap 26, is getting points. It'll just be a case of how many.
For, every race this.
It has been,
week.
yes. So we're just watching Milan at the moment. Yelp will be lining up Joel at some point soon, but Milan, powering through, is now behind Jensen.
He's going to have DRS on the next lap to aid his charge.
There'll be a lot of goes with DRS as well. Yelp will have it on Joel, who will not have it on Milan as it stands. Jasak has dropped away with Bolin now in hot pursuit. Two Williams guys.
Needs to clear Jensen.
He does, and I think he will do down towards turn 1. Gets a better exit, but he's pulled out early. Jensen will burn it. Oh, the toe is just so powerful. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Blades. As Milan takes the lead. That's a great restart from him, it has to be said. Making up those places. He made it 5 places, I think, before turn 2.
And now he's going to want to pull away from Jensen.
He will, yeah. Yelt is the next man that we want to be keeping an eye on. Great shot from the helicopter. And to see if he can make it past Joel.
Every commentator's dream.
Milan, crucially, already over a second away from Jensen. Joel back in range of Jensen, though. That's going to make Yelt's job harder. Bolin right on the back of Jasak, who does not have DRS. And I think that is where we want to go, as Bolin slices through past the Ferrari. But I think it's worth saying, credit where it's due to Jasak. He is performing admirably, considering he's an EU2 driver who has stepped up tonight to do a job.
Neil says it took Milan 150 seconds to go from 6th to 1st.
Of course.
Mr.
Neil has those
wizard.
stats.
There's Yelt. Is he going to pull out and go for a move on Joel? He sticks the
He's-
nose in there.
Yep, and
Bit of contact.
Joel gets a nice little love tap there as Yelp goes through, just letting him know. It's my place, sunshine. You can sit behind me in fourth. And now, crucially, if there was any sort of IFR-based ploy for Joel to be given a tow and DRS by Jensen, that's now been thrown away, as the McLaren is right on the back of the AlphaTauri.
I don't like to speculate, but I would guess that Jensen is going to try his hardest to just sit in front of Yelt and let Milan run away.
Well, I don't know.
Those softs, they're vastly superior. They're going to last. Obviously, Milan still in sight for Jensen.
Yeah, I think if Yelp can clear Jensen by the end of this lap, he's got a chance. And I think we might see a move into turn 3, depending on his exit here, which is a pretty good one. He's going to give it everything, and he should. Jensen goes defensive, though. So Yelp's going to have to try and sling it round the outside, which looks like he's going to be able to pull off. Inside of 4 will then become the outside of 5. But he's done it. He's got it done before turn 5. Great move from Yelt. 2.8 seconds then. The gap ahead. And Joel has clipped the wall. I thought I saw a car head off to one side. Joel does have wing damage now at 28%.
And that is visible for us, so missing that right end plate.
Yep.
Wizard says that Milan should be fine, because softs take 14 laps to go bad, and that's from the start.
Well, in terms of overall tyre wear, Yelt's tyres are now better off. This lap is the crossover lap in terms of overall wear. I don't know about pace though. We'll have to wait and see on that front. Gap now is holding at around 2.8 towards 3 seconds. Let's have a look at Milan's. Yeah, Milan is burning a lot of energy. 30% battery charge remaining. Yelt at 50.
Well, he's going to want to keep something to defend with, because Yelt will be there soon enough.
Well, you say that.
You would expect.
He's got 6 laps to go. And the gap's not coming down yet. And I don't think it'll come down fast enough.
45% says Neil for poor performance on softs.
Yeah, I can go with that. Milan is at 30% on the front left, and the same on the rear left as well. So pushing it through those right-hand turns.
He's very careful through the chicane now. Just lifting off.
The thing is, it will depend on the temperatures as well of those tyres. If he's overheating them at going through those fast corners, it doesn't matter how well he's looked after them in terms of wear, they just won't grip. They won't have the performance. Thomas, I believe, did let Fruitful go, who has now got past JSAC, and Thomas will now be looking to follow his teammate through, but gets a little bit of a tank slapper coming through the final corner and won't be able to have a go now into turn 1 or turn 3, barring a mistake from the Ferrari.
And Bolin, it looks like he just can't get close enough to Jensen to be able to do any damage. He was in the DRS, then he was out of the DRS.
Well, the reason
He's
for
back
that,
in it now.
I think, is that Jensen has better wear on his tyres. And now Bolin has gone for a crossover, and is that Stinson at turn 1? It is. He's still in the race. Needs to get to the end of lap 26 for points.
Managed to keep it going. Keep it out of the, not out of the wall. But
Bolin gets a good exit here from 12, which he does, and Jensen gets a bad one. This could be the move for Bolin. This is his opportunity. DRS is open. Is he going for it on the brakes? No, he's not. I know it's a long championship and P4's not bad. Oh, he's gone!
Oh, and he's gone, and that's going to be, the front right off. And it's
And
a
we get a
safety car. Oh,
safety.
God.
We're gonna have a sprint to the finish, and the leaders have gone through. Has the safety car picked any of them up?
The safety car has not picked up the lead. It nearly took out Yelp there.
Who's
the
it?
safety car coming out of the pit lane.
Right,
It
so,
hasn't picked up the leaders.
right, so they
Fruitful
will be.
in soft. Thomas is in behind him. He's going to have to wait. That's going to be a long wait for Thomas. The tyres go on and he gets jumped by Noah.
Yeah, they won't mind though. The question I've got now is, will the safety car pick up Fruit or will it let him go? It should let him go, and does. Still going to be under Delta though, that's the problem. So they're not going to be able to close up on that front three. But
So
now
if
we'll
you're
see
Milan,
who's quicker.
What are you doing?
You have to stop. He doesn't have a choice, he has to stop. He has to, because
Right.
Yelt will, because he's got nothing to lose. Because if Jensen stays out, he'll fly past him on softs. So Yelt has nothing to lose here by stopping. Jensen has nothing to lose by stopping. He's got a free pit stop. If he doesn't, he's trying for track position, which is going to, in my opinion, backfire. So Milan then has to. He has to react to the others. And indeed he does
And he
come into the
does,
pits.
Milan in. Yelt stays out. Jensen
Oh!
into the pits.
Yelt stays out. That could be huge. It's bold. I'll give him that. It's fair enough if he's trying
bold.
it.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. See if it works out.
He's going
Gonna
to end
be
up
no
with
DRS on the restart. It will restart after this lap. No matter where people are.
Yes, it's going to be a 2-lap sprint to the finish.
With Milan on fresh softs, Jensen on fresh softs, and Yelt on those old worn mediums.
Yeah, it's interesting. If he can hold them, if he gets a good restart, there is every chance. But I'll be honest, I can't see him finishing on the podium here.
You have to say this is a bad decision.
Well, you would think on the
From
face of
Yelp.
it, we'll see in about 5 minutes' time whether or not.
Safety car will come in. Ricky is probably right in saying that. Can confirm Kit and I haven't been eating any Rice Krispies pre-broadcast.
Oh, shame. Yeah, safety car in this lap. We will get a
It's gonna
2-lap sprint to the
leave.
finish.
Stinson behind.
Yeah, Thomas should be able to catch up. I wonder what's going on in that McLaren cockpit right now. I wonder if Yelt was hoping for one more lap behind the safety car and then having a 1-lap sprint, which I think he has a chance at being able to hold off that horde behind him. However,
I think he would in a 1-lap sprint. I'm not overly sure. Oh, and Milan hits the back of him.
and again for Milan, and gets a
Oh,
penalty for it.
And they both get penalties. So Jensen. Oh, and yeah. Oh, he can't overtake him though. He's doing an Eddie Irvine.
And Yelt's gone, but Jensen's blocking Milan in here, trying to go for the move himself. That's compromised Milan's run on the McLaren. He might get a run into turn 3. Let's ride on board. Let's see what he goes for. He's not going to try it. He's got 2 laps to do it. But he's going to have so much more pace. Clips the back of the McLaren
he's hit the back
again.
of him again.
Behind, though, it's going to be purely a case of
Milan.
who's the faster driver. It's a poor exit
Milan's
from 5.
driving angry.
Well, all he has to do is get clear, but we know the tyre situation. The penalties are what matters here. Milan
He's gonna
going
go
for it.
down the inside. He gives him a
And
bit of
he's-
a slap in the face.
I think he's forced Yelt wide there. And Yelt is now in the clutches of the soft tyre horde. Jasak trying through 11 and 12. That's very brave, and that's going to give Joel a chance. Jasak there, side by side with his former manager, but Joel's made it through. Yelt holding on to 4th place, but that 5-second penalty hangs heavy. This could be, in fact it's going to be a Jensen, Joel, Fruitful. Maybe even a Jensen, Joel, Jasak. If things keep going the way they are. 1 lap to go then. Milan still in the lead.
Noah. Jesus. And Noah hits the back of Jasak.
And there goes Thomas. Thomas through into P6. He's got a penalty of his own. But, oh no, and the two.
He's clipped Jasak round. The two Ecos boys.
Thomas clips the nose of Jasak, sending him spinning round and possibly out of contention for a podium. So as it stands now then, it would be Jensen, Joel and Fruit on the podium. Joel side by side with Yelt through turn 11 and 12.
Contact.
Yelt did very well there.
Thomas. No
Thomas
DRS, obviously, on either of them.
Thomas with a great run
Joel goes
with
around
all
the
these guys
outside.
fighting. Thomas needs to get himself ahead. He's got a second extra penalty though. As long as he can stay ahead of Noah, he might keep position.
Is he going
Some
to
squabbling there. Milan though comes across the line to take the lead on track. Jensen will take it on penalties. Fruit into 2nd place. But here comes Joel. He takes 3rd. He's on the podium. Milan in 4th. Yelt 5th. Jasak jumps up to 5th. He managed to bring it back. Thomas drops to 6th. Yelt down to 7th. Stinson in P9. Bolin, of course, will be classified in P10, having DNF'd.
Fruitful driver of the day. Not undeserved.
Possibly, yeah.
Well, that's what the game thinks, anyway.
Well, true. I'll be honest. I think the game gives it to Fruit because of where he started and how he advanced through the field. I personally want to give Jasak a big virtual round of applause for that performance. That was very good from him, considering that the guy is from EU2 and he's held his own there with the best we've got. Jensen then wins on his Contest of Speed debut. Fruitful in 2nd place and has the fastest lap, so 19 points going back to Williams with him. And Joel, on his EU1 debut, will take a podium. Milan drops to P4 after that 5-second penalty. Jasak up to 5th, having kept himself clean for the whole race. Yelt P6, Thomas P7.
Now.
Yep, as it stands.
Williams lead the constructors.
They do indeed.
With a double points finish. Not been many of them this week.
No, Red Bull have got one as well. And Alpine as well.
Very good. Well done for the...
Well done, the lads. I won't be doing interviews tonight. We're very late on, but congratulations to Jensen for his victory, to Fruitful for a well-earned 2nd place, and to Joel for his first podium in EU1. A fantastic race in the end. Lots of drama, crashes, and suspense. Yelt there making it interesting with a very, very bold strategy call that ultimately did not pay off for him. We hope you have enjoyed the show. If you have, make sure you hit that follow button on Twitch, or if you're watching this back later on YouTube, hit subscribe. You can follow us on social media as well, on Twitter and Instagram, to keep up to date on everything Contest of Speed. And we will see you all next week, where we head to round 2 in Azerbaijan. Should be even more interesting. Shouldn't be as many safety cars there. There's not as many places to crash. It seems to be the high-speed corners that are the problem. But if you can't wait until then, there will be some more races, of course, either over on our YouTube channel for you to watch, or you can tune in next week on Monday at 9 p.m. UK for EU4, where this chap next to me will be racing for Aston Martin.
Going for a second podium in a row.
Yeah. So, once again, we thank you all very much for watching. We hope you have enjoyed the show. We'll be back next week. Good night.